Are you struggling with adrenal fatigue, but you can't seem to get the deep, restful sleep that you need to heal your adrenal glands? The problem might not be your sleep routine. It might be that you actually need this very specific support for your adrenals. So let's talk about Drenatrophin PMG and how that might be the thing you need to protect, repair, and restore your adrenals while you sleep. Now, this was a tip that was taught to me by my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Jean Lawrence, in one of her seminars, that when she was having people doing all of the things on a checklist, making sure they had the minerals, that they had it nice and quiet and cool in the bedroom, and all the things that we need to do for sleep, yet they would still lay there and be frustrated because they couldn't get to sleep. She found that giving them about 2 Drenatrophin PMG before bed made all the difference for those people who were stuck. And I've tried doing this myself and found many times this has been profoundly helpful in those individuals trying to get to sleep. So sometimes there are things you want to take before bed to help your adrenal glands, and sometimes there are things you want to take in the morning. Last video, we talked about adrenal desiccated. Now, that may be something I'd probably want to take in the morning, because that's when the adrenals really want to kick up that cortisol and get us up and get us doing things in the day. But at night, we want that cortisol to come down so that our brain stops trying to find what's going on or where the danger is, so we can actually sleep. And melatonin cannot surge until that cortisol is down. So you may also be needing to look at things like ashwagandha, which can help reduce that cortisol. And you may need to be increasing your potassium, which is the preferred mineral for your adrenal glands to help your body calm down. Oftentimes people are missing out on those, and there's a lot we can do. And we'll go into the herbs at another time, but I want to bring your attention specifically to the Drenatrophin PMG and show you just another piece that we're talking about when it comes to these levels of exhaustion. This is probably something that you're going to want to look at if you find yourself in the exhaustion phase, because the symptoms would be fatigue, malaise, low mood, difficulty sleeping due to erratic cortisol surges. So we need something to protect and support those adrenals at night too. Even memory and cognitive challenges can be a piece for this. Now, so this could be something that you may want to do at any time, but specifically if you're finding yourself that that's the piece you need, it's worth examining and trying. Now, I believe that these smart tissue repair products that we have available to us should absolutely be incorporated if you're looking for longevity at least once over the course of a calendar year. In fact, I put together a whole longevity protocol that allows me, and it takes all 12 months to do so, to go through all of these products so that I am making sure I'm putting some attention on every part of my body over the course of the year. Now, depending on how much we're living outside of what nature intended for us when it comes to our adrenals, we need to go back to them and repeat them. And so there are other products that I'll get into that actually incorporate some of this into it. And I'll talk about that in part 3 for the long-term, smaller, way of supporting your adrenal glands with something called Drenamin. And then also we can look at other things that may also contain it. Things like, for myself, I take Simplex M, which is 1/4 of it. Sometimes Paraplex is something. So there's a lot of options for this. But specifically, when you know you're really needing that sleep, this is the one that I would think about trying. Let me know how that works for you. Please give me some feedback. And if you have any other questions about this, happy to go into greater detail. But we'll do so more now in part 3 in this series.